crazy, destructive, and mind-shattering ability of Israel's secret hypersonic interceptor missile that has had everyone shocked and every tongue waggling. Hamas, Iran, and Russia, the big dogs in the industry, have not been excluded from this general feeling as well. Hypersonic missiles are advanced weapons that can travel at speeds greater than Mach 5, which is 5 times the speed of sound, or approximately 6,174 kilometers per hour. These missiles are designed to be highly maneuverable and have the potential to evade traditional missile defense systems. Also, they're different from ballistic missiles, which can also travel at hypersonic speeds of at least Mach 5, but have set trajectories and limited maneuverability. From time immemorial, countries have been known to go to war over both seemingly inconsequential and extremely grievous matters. This has necessitated countries going the extra mile in defending their country as well as their people with the latest, most expensive, and most sophisticated technologies, both in attack, as we have in the case of the insanely destructive hypersonic missiles with the speed of light, and for defense in the case of the brutal hypersonic interceptor missile. On June 6, 2003, Iran unveiled what it described as a hypersonic missile, having already announced its successful development several months earlier. Named Fatah, Conqueror, by Iran's supreme leader, the missile quickly garnered media attention. Iran's bad boy's hypersonic ability is a distraction from what is most interesting about the latest addition to its surface-to-surface missile inventory. The Fatah's speed alone is insufficient to do justice to how great of a beast it is. Its ability to maneuver significantly during atmospheric flight, most especially at considerable cross-range, is unbelievable. Fatah is a medium-range ballistic missile whose development appears to be aimed at achieving endo-atmospheric and exoatmospheric maneuverability to provide Iran with a more accurate and survivable missile. Fatah's second-stage motor ignites and initiates its maneuvering phase at a range of 300 to 500 kilometers from the target. It's a precision-guided, two-stage solid-fueled missile with a range of 14 kilometers and a terminal speed of Mach 13 to Mach 15. Its warhead, with a weight of 350 kilograms to 450 kilograms, has a spherical engine running on solid fuel with a movable nozzle that allows the warhead to increase its speed and move in all directions. Another raving savage we would be talking about is Russia's hypersonic missiles, named Kinzhals or daggers. On Thursday, March 9, 2023, Ukraine came under some of the heaviest bombardment when Russia attacked targets across the entire country. The Ukrainian Defense Forces said that Russia had used hypersonic missiles in the attacks, and they described these Kinzhals as about 8 meters long, super-fast creatures that are hard to catch on the radar systems due to their low altitude. Kinzhals, the deadly machines, have a mass of 4,300 kilograms, a length of 7.2 meters, a low-yield nuclear warhead between 5 and 50 kilotons, and they cost a whopping amount of $10 million. Its engine is a solid propellant rocket with an operational range of 2,000 kilometers and a maximum speed of up to Mach 10. That is so crazy. This deadly hypersonic missile is sure to wreak havoc on whatever area of the planet it comes in contact with. The existence of a number of these powerful and deadly hypersonic beasts capable of ruining nations necessitates nations all over the world going over and above to do all it takes to protect the lives and properties of the citizens of their countries. In consideration of all of these, it is not absurd that Israel is taking the bull by the horns and doing what every responsible country is ideating and yet to create or is working on to fortify their countries. Israel is building the world's first air defense system dedicated to shooting down hypersonic missiles in a major challenge to Russia and Iran, who have claimed that they're impossible to shoot down. The Israeli defense firm Rafael is working on a new SkySonic system that is specifically designed for intercepting hypersonic missiles, which can fly in the upper atmosphere and travel at 5 times the speed of sound. Also, a computer-generated imagery video demonstration provided by Rafael showed an interceptor missile being fired from a ground battery. In the video, the interceptor's warhead detaches itself and flies toward an incoming missile. The head of Germany's Defense Committee approved a €3.99 billion payment for Israel's Arrow 3 air defense system, which will be able to shoot down missiles above the atmosphere and grant air cover to neighboring EU member states. On the 10th of December 2015, the Arrow 3 missile was launched to test the system's ability to intercept ballistic missiles in space. Israel and the United States successfully shot down a target with the Arrow 3 ballistic missile interceptor, which was the first validation of the advanced system's capabilities. It was designed to shoot down intercontinental ballistic missiles outside the atmosphere, intercepting the weapons and their nuclear, biological, and chemical warheads close to their launch sites. The Arrow 3, which Israel has been developing with the United States since 2008, is a major part of the multi-layered air defense array that Israel has designed to protect itself against a range of missile threats, from the short-range rockets fired from the Gaza Strip and Lebanon to longer-range threats like a missile launched from Iran. This massive fireball serves as the topmost layer of a system that also includes the Iron Dome short-range interceptor, David's Sling medium-range battery, and Arrow 2 long-range system. The Arrow 3 missile interceptors were designed to intercept more than 5 ballistic missiles within 30 seconds at altitudes of over 100 kilometers. High-altitude interceptions are meant to safely destroy an incoming nuclear, biological, or chemical warhead before its target or trajectory is identified. The Arrow 3 was being developed by the Israel Missile Defense Organization from the Defense Ministry's Research and Development Directorate and the U.S. Missile Defense Agency. They completed a successful flight test campaign with the Arrow 3 interceptor missile in July 2019. The Arrow 4 is set to replace the Arrow 3 and Arrow 2 two-stage interceptor, which was geared to defend against short and medium-range ballistic missiles in the endo- and exoatmosphere realms. It uses an explosive fragmentation warhead. Arrow 4 is being developed to produce in high volumes and have better capabilities in the endo-exo layer. The U.S. government helps fund Israel's missile defense programs, and they are now under a memorandum of understanding that the Department of Defense provides $500 million per year in funding for Israel's multi-layered air and missile defense, which continues in the Biden administration's fiscal year 2024 budget request. Other Israeli air and missile defense programs the U.S. has helped fund and develop include the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and the Arrow systems. As of the 10th of October, Hamas and other Palestinian militant groups have fired more than 4,500 rockets towards Israel since the deadly attack 4 days later, according to Israel Defense Forces. Most of those rockets were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system. The Iron Dome technology is a very insane innovation that was declared operational in 2011 and was said to have had a success rate of around 90 to 97%. The Iron Dome is a series of batteries that uses radars to detect incoming short-range rockets and intercept them. Each battery has 3 or 4 launchers, 20 missiles, and radar, according to Raytheon, the U.S. defense giant that co-produces the system with Israel's Rafael defense systems. Once the radar detects a rocket, the system determines whether the rocket is headed toward a populated area. If so, it launches a missile to intercept and destroy the rocket. If the system determines the rocket is headed to an open area or into the sea, it is allowed to land, thus conserving missiles. According to the military, all interceptions occur in Israel's airspace. As of 2021, Israel had 10 batteries scattered across the country, each able to defend a territory of 60 square miles, according to Raytheon. The Iron Dome is part of a larger multi-layer air defense system that includes the Arrow, which intercepts long-range ballistic missiles, and also David's Sling, which intercepts medium-range missiles such as those believed to be possessed by Hezbollah in Lebanon. Both systems, like the Iron Dome, were jointly developed with the United States. Israel is also developing a laser-based system called the Iron Beam that it says will be able to intercept rockets and other short-range threats at a fraction of the cost of the Iron Dome. Israel says that the system, developed with U.S. funding, has not yet been deployed. It is roughly 90% effective, according to Rafael, but it can get overwhelmed if a mass barrage of rockets is fired, allowing some to slip through. While it has performed well so far, the risk could be raised if Hezbollah enters the war. Hezbollah has an estimated 150,000 rockets and missiles. Each missile costs an estimated $40,000 to $50,000, according to the Institute for National Security Studies, a Tel Aviv think tank. The U.S. has invested heavily in the system, helping with development costs and replenishing it during times of fighting. It was reported that the President of the United States said he would ask Congress for $14.3 billion in military aid for Israel, the majority of which would help with air and missile defense systems, according to the White House. We eagerly wait with earnest anticipation to see the Hezbollah devil in action, especially in comparison with the other beasts already in operation. Thank you for watching. Please do well to like the video and subscribe.